There's a mindset that many people struggle with their whole lives. They go around stuck, searching, in this negative cycle that can't be overcome without the 3 steps I'll mention in this video. Luckily, I've only wasted 14 years with this mindset and not my whole life. I call it the easy mentality. In the past 2 years, I've spent learning and implementing these 3 steps to erase this closed off negative mindset that the easy mentality brings. Not only that, I have made it easy and simple so that you can eliminate this mindset too. But before I go over the steps, we have to understand what the easy mentality is. This is a mindset where a person lives their life on easy mode. They don't take responsibility, they don't work towards their goals, and worst of all, they have only one way of doing things. And they're not open to different experiences and different ways to execute the actions they want to take. This leads to being arrogant and only engaging in activities that bring you instant, easy pleasure. Things like eating junk food, binging a TV show, or playing video game becomes the norm. When this happens, it is nearly impossible to engage in activities that actually build you and overcome challenges simply because it's uncomfortable. Ultimately, this leads to negative self-talk that only hurts your mindset more. So to change this, you have to take step 1 into consideration, and that's to unlearn and destroy your old self. Throughout your life, you hold beliefs that you value. Now, this varies depending on the environment you're in, where you grew up, and how you were raised. Now, this past self usually sticks with you throughout your whole entire life. This is the reason why people start to become closed-minded and cut off different perspectives. Because of this, the majority of people are unsatisfied with their situation. Because, like I said, they have only one way of doing something. Now, if this one way of living doesn't work or seems to fail, then you start to adapt negative beliefs about yourself and the things around you. You start to blame other people and try to erase everything, but you simply can't because your mindset is already negative. And because your mindset is negative, you are just constantly assuring yourself that these beliefs are true. Now, over time, this can really hurt your mentality and actually hurt you physically, because the more you say it, the more you think it, the more you actually become it. Now, the good thing is this also happens in reverse. And I can sense that you're different because you clicked on this video. You wanted to take an actionable step towards reaching your goals, and I accomplish you for that. Now, the thing I'm not going to do is give you comforting lies. I'm going to tell you the straight up truth so that you know exactly what you need to do to change your life. More times than not, if you consistently tell yourself that you're ugly or you don't look good, then that probably is true. Now, I'm not saying in all cases, because a lot of people do actually develop a mentality that is hurting them even more. Even though they look as handsome as possible, they're still gonna have that in the back of the mind. That's why step 2 is important, but I'm gonna mention that later. Now, I'm not just here to tell you this, I'm here to actually switch your perspective. Like I said earlier, the more you say something, the more you become it. So all you have to do is just switch. Change your mind a little bit to have a little more positive beliefs and just identify these negative ones so that in the future you can erase them. So to actually do this and switch your negative thoughts into positive thoughts, you have to analyze. Analyze not only what you're saying to yourself, but your environment too. This is basically identifying your negative thoughts. What happens when you identify your negative thoughts? You are eventually able to put in more positive affirmations, and you can change the physical environment or the negative situation that you're in into a more positive one. So let's give yourself a little self-diagnosis. You have to define what is leading you to have this negative mindset. Is it the people around you, your environment, or just the situation that you got yourself in? Here are a few more things to consider. What you consume. Do you doom scroll on TikTok every day? Or do you constantly eat crap food that gives you instant gratification? Or are you listening to mind-altering music that you subconsciously think is okay, but it's really implementing bad beliefs into you? Now, there are a ton of factors that play into this. That's why you yourself have to do this self-diagnosis. I can't tell you your situation because I'm not you. Once you did that, you have to assess the thoughts that are going through your head and how you react to them. You will see a very close correlation to your environment and your negative thoughts. But here's where the majority get it wrong. They just accept it. Although that is good, that is a crucial part in changing, is accepting, but you have to do something after that. You have to take a follow-up action. So what is that action? Well, it's step number 3, which is actually embracing those thoughts. Now, it might sound counterintuitive to embrace your negative thoughts, because didn't I just say in step 1 and 2 how your negative thoughts control your negative environment? Yes, but you shouldn't just embrace those negative thoughts. You should actively try to become the opposite of those thoughts. Like before, if you continuously tell yourself that you're ugly, you're indefinitely gonna become ugly. But on the other end of the scale, if you just assure yourself that you're handsome, you're good looking, and getting better every single day, then you are gonna become that. Now, a lot of people do get this wrong. They say positive thoughts and ask themselves why they aren't changing. Well, it is good to say these positive thoughts, and that's something that you mandatorily have to do. But like always, you have to take action onto it. Let's say you're really overweight. You can keep telling yourself you're fit and you're good looking and you have a good physique, but if you're just sitting on the couch, you're not actively working towards your goals. So if you went into the gym and started eating healthier while also telling yourself these positive thoughts, you will see a dramatic change, not just in your body, but actually in your mind. A lot of people do good actions, do good things, but they stick with these negative thoughts. This makes a person feel like they're stuck in a rut and never making progress. If you have a positive mindset and a positive outlook because of these positive thoughts, you'll ultimately look good, feel good, and have confidence in every single action you do. Maybe you want to become really skilled at something. You have to identify the negative thoughts, implement positive thoughts, things like, I can become a skilled person. What I'm doing right now is helping me become a skilled person. And you analyze what a skilled person does. Maybe they research and dedicate 1 hour a day towards that skill. And eventually, over time, with these positive thoughts and the actions towards your goals together, will just make you the best person you can become. It's really that simple. Identify negative thoughts, understand what the opposite of those thoughts are, and tell yourself them, and then take action, be consistent, and you can see how much progress you'll make in just 3 months. But if you want to learn the 4 habits that really changed my life, you're gonna have to watch this video.